Just a couple weeks left of session. Jobs still the #1 issue on everybody's mind. What can we do to help create and retain jobs in Indiana?
Well, one of the things that we've been talking about in the past postings is the fact that the second E word, employment, is missing. And one of the things that we've not even spent any time on is on jobs. It's the most important thing. When you get your survey results, when you're talking to constituents out there, the number of people that we have out of work right now is alarming. It all is part of a continuum that is taking place right now, and that means that we need to figure out a way how to create jobs. And if we're not spending the necessary time doing that, we're actually doing a disservice to our constituents. We're sitting here 2 weeks away from the end, probably with the accelerated schedule. The fact that we've not even had any discussions probably means, even though we had a pretty firm talking to yesterday from Representative Dobus in regard to the fact of the absence of an employment bill, the thing that we could do immediately right now is delay the unemployment tax. We've heard from multiple businesses that said they just need to know what's going to happen in that area, because if that tax is put back on and levied on to businesses, both small and large, the impact will be catastrophic. And I've had individuals call me personally to say that they're not hiring, they're not doing anything until they know what's going to happen, because they're going to have to lay off individuals if that tax goes into play. If it ends up being delayed, who knows what might end up happening. I'm a firm believer that we're going to end up actually seeing people hire employees. So that's a job creation bill or a job retention bill that we can deal with right now, and we need to absolutely enact that and delay that.
And it's in committee, and hopefully you'll see it on the House floor sometime next week?
I'm hoping so, but today was again was a little cryptic, again saying that there's going to be an amendment. We don't know what that amendment says. It's been kind of a stymied process, which is too bad on something that's as important as it is about jobs, because as the survey results come in, it's very clear that jobs are #1, and education is close second.
Then you bring up education. There's just 2 bills moving through both houses that deal with education remaining, at least in terms of funding. Talk to me a little bit about Senator Alteen's bill. I know you have some thoughts on that.
Absolutely. 309 was heard on Monday. It's going to be heard tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the morning, and it's an amend and vote only. I've had a chance to review the amendment language. Looks positive. It's going to be a bill, though, Trevor, that has positives and negatives. But at the end of the day, we have to give our school corporations flexibility. We have to provide them the tools, because at the end of the day, there's only one group that we should be caring about, and that's the kids. And being an individual that has kids in 2nd grade, 6th grade, and 7th grade, we need to be focused on that. We need to give the schools the flexibility, give them the tools necessary to weather the storm, and then we can deal with the long-term implications of what we're going to do, because this is not going to disappear. We're going to have funding-related issues. I've been a proponent for a long time of redoing the whole funding formula. I'm going to continue to push hard at making sure that we look at 21st education and fund it in a 21st century way. And that means actually bearing down and throwing the funding formula out and figuring out how to make it so our school corporations, the 5 that I represent, are being treated fairly and equitably. And I think if you look at that right now, across the board, our schools are not being treated fairly. So I'm very optimistic. We're going to come out of this. I think the positive thing that I've told the school corporations, both parents and administrators, as well as kids, we're going to come out of this with a flexibility bill, but we're just not going to really know what that's going to be like until the next couple of weeks.
All right.